Hello, people. This episode brought to you by me, as usual. Go to obsessgarage.com, the open box tab, the new tab at the top, and buy the Milwaukee Trinkets and Treasures from the new Maddie's Trinkets and Treasures page.
Open box items.
Yeah, please, please. I need the shelves emptied because we got another 5 pallets of Milwaukee coming. And I need to get everything organized. So we had like $50,000 worth of tools. You guys have been doing a good job buying through them, so keep it going. But you morons, stop frickin' buying and then canceling your order. What are you doing? Stick with your laurel. Stick to it. So no more. All sales are final here. No returning this stuff. But it's 20% off, which is pretty freaking awesome considering our margin on most of these is 12%. And, before transaction fees and boxing and shipping. So it's 20% off free shipping. Milwaukee gave me explicit authorization to do that on all of the tester tools that I literally opened, held in my hand, pulled the trigger a couple of times, and put it back in the box. So, yeah, all kinds of trinkets in there. Plus, I just put up the two flex tools, the PE 150 and the XCE 8, which are the force rotation, and the rotary, which I won't be carrying and I don't want. You see those trinkets up there, the crappy iPhone photos, and it'll only be there shortly. Those are 20% off too. So, yeah. Episode brought to you by yours truly.
So there you go.
Do stuff. Buy it. Buy it.
And
Do
there
it.
Currently, let's see, 4 pages left, Bryce? So how many items is that?
It depends on how you look at it.
4, 8, 12,
Yeah.
16, 20. There's 24, so
That's
at least
it.
73.
73 items? Oh, my
Or
gosh.
more.
Yeah. All kinds of good quality treasures for you at deep discounts. Depending on what your definition of a deep discount is.
What if they email you and ask if you'll take less? Well, then
Yeah,
that
that's
okay?
immediately getting written off for the rest of your life. Leave me alone.
Shipping to continental U.S., by the way.
Yeah. Will you
Sorry,
take, you're asking for 163. Will you take 160? No. Get out of here. In fact, now it's 170 for you being stupid. This isn't a bazaar. This is a website where I'm pricing it aggressively. So just help me out here. I'm doing a terrible job of reading this sponsor. The sponsor's going to get rid of me. Me is going to get rid of me as a sponsor, as a reader of the sponsorship that I just made up.
All right.
So yeah, that's what's going on here today. So I'm feeling real good. We're getting this place summer. I'm like nesting for our move.
You're nesting?
Yeah, so we're de-nesting.
I was going to say, I think it's the opposite of nesting.
Yeah, this is my version of nesting, which is to throw everything away, give everything away. I just sold Kyle a perfectly good Cox hose reel for $50 just to get it out of here. The cost on it's like $380.
I need to go back over there and see if there's anything for me.
No, I've got 2 Krenzla hoses.
Don't need that.
Used hoses. I sold the GT3 exhaust, which I was going to go throw in the dumpster. I sold it for $600. I didn't think anybody would want it. I had like 12 people. Should have put it up there for $1,000. I'm an idiot. It was from my previous GT3 RS. It was sitting in the attic. So we have 1 Cox hose reel. And Bryce is over there taking photos of all the new products that are going to the Milwaukee setup. But what I'm excited is to get all those photoed, get the boxes, get them put in my cabinet. So I've been decluttering my cabinets so I have room to put them, and so then we're going to start building out little packages and the essentials kit and the ultimate kit. And then I talked to Sonic today about ordering one of every tool they make, which apparently is
that's a lot
boring me. No, yeah, one of every tool they make, which is going to be freaking awesome. That'll be about 2 or 3 months from now before we get into that, but I'm excited to dig into that, take on that project, and figure out how to build a to Z full-on tool package. And then we'll start to sprinkle in other brands to supplement. It's going to be freaking sweet. Just wait. You just wait.
All right, so And we had a couple of questions here in the chat.
Well,
so yes,
actually, people, for some reason, I feel like nobody cares today about us. We don't have any questions or anything.
And then there weren't a whole lot of questions, but that's because you then came in behind the post with 3 or 4 other new posts, and so people focused on that.
Messed it up. Got it.
It happens.
Yeah.
But we got people, let's see, Minnesota, Montreal, Brazil, Texas, North Carolina.
Oh, man. Canada's looking good here, buddies. Canada is starting to look good.
Kitchener, Ontario, Canada. Hey, George.
Also, I've been talking about Australian distribution.
Oh, no.
And then UK would be after that.
Yeah, we have some UK folks here as well. And, of course, our usual suspects from all over the globe.
You want to hear my latest cockamamie scheme?
Definitely.
Okay. So I get a place somewhere outside of Calgary.
Okay.
And Rick and what's his name from God dang it, from Calgary, Dallas. Yeah, Dallas and Rick have been sending me on a OG Calgary thread and giving me all kinds of recommendations of towns to go to. And so what I figured is that, what if I got a little ranch, right? A nice little ranch. Okay, you with me? And then had a house, a nice house. So I could go there for the summer months and become a snowbird. And then that ranch had like a little metal building, kind of like what we have here. Maybe we wouldn't need it to be this big to start, but let's say it was like a 2,000 square foot or 1,200 square foot, 1,500 square foot, building like this, single garage door and a little office and stuff. And then I got someone to live there at the house. So the house was big enough where it had like a little separate, area where, some kid could live there. Okay. And he's got to, maintain it through all the, it's basically his house. It's my house that he lives in. And he walks out back and he works, at the facility, and then we hire who we need to hire. And we stock all the stuff there. And then in the summer, I go up there and do it.
And so this person, they're responsible for, like, it's kind of like your parents were in the beginning at Pennsylvania?
Yeah. So only it's a little different than they live in my house. They don't have to pay rent.
Right.
I pay them some salary for, doing the work. And then they get to sort of help me, work closely with you on your multiple trips back and forth to Canada to manage this. And then we start shipping, product up there. We've already talked to Mosmatic, and then, I'm sure we can get most of the other stuff distributed directly to there. And then we do the same thing in Australia. I don't want a place in Australia there. I'm not going there. It's too far.
It's a long haul.
And then we do the same thing in the UK. I don't want a place there either. But we could do something similar. What do you think? I'm going to have 57 emails after this of people wanting. I'm paying $400 a month. That's your salary. But imagine
free room and board.
Yeah, and I'd probably have like a GT4 there or something. You'd have to go out and stretch its legs occasionally, keep it running. It'd be a pretty good gig.
I'm sure we'll have lots of volunteers.
Yeah, and then then the revenues pay for the the mortgage on this place, and then in 10 or 12 years, I own a nice little ranch free and clear, and then I can start my own little horse services where I start gentling horses and stuff.
The comments here are some good stuff.
I'm still talking about this, so if I'm still talking about this, it's probably going to freaking happen.
Usually,
normally I give up.
Yeah, usually it dies off.
How
many seasons are left in Heartland? That's from this win.
Well, I'm on the second round. I'm watching it again.
Oh, no.
So I'm on season 9 of the second round of watching it again. I'm embarrassed to say that.
Yeah,
so,
that's interesting.
I thought about trying to, because I'm probably influencing quite a few new fans of the show, so I should probably have them on the podcast. Start having the the actors,
cast and crew.
Yeah,
from Heartland.
Yeah, so they're going to see a significant uptick on their Netflix downloads,
right?
And we're going to be directly responsible for that. So I might as well get them on, since we now have a bunch of Heartland fans.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see.
Michelle was going to order me for Christmas an autographed, horse calendar from the horses of Heartland to put on our wall.
This is good stuff. Oh wow!
So that I don't think that's too cockamamie of a scheme. It seems pretty realistic.
Yeah, well, I think that part sounds easy. It's the getting it up and running, and
the smart thing might be to actually go there and make sure I don't hate it. That'd
that would be
a
smart.
good idea. But I don't like to do that. It's kind of like I don't like to test drive cars. I like to just buy it and then hate it. It's a good way to learn quickly.
All right, so let's see. I want to go through some of these comments here that you inspired.
Okay.
Candidate. Well, first, let me go to this super chat from Alex.
Uh-huh.
Hey, Matt, I know you said you hate current generation BMWs,
Ugh.
but would you consider a new G20 M340i? It has the new B58 engine, which sounds better than the S55.
No, I don't like it. I want an M3. I want it to be an M car, not a wannabe M car. So, yeah, but it still has a farty sound to it, and do they even sell that? I think they do a manual in that car. I don't know. It's just they just don't like how they look. They don't look great anymore. So now they're losing the whole thing. It's BMW, man. I need to make an appeal to BMW video. Please call me before you make the next car. Call any BMW, any rational BMW owner. Not some fist-bumping dude from New Jersey, spiky hair. Don't call him because he doesn't know. He wants it to fart and pop and crack and look stupid. We want it to look refined and nice and clean and modern, and don't put some weird, stupid engine in it. Porsche can do it. Why can't you? That's end of rant.
All right, let's see. Sam, we got another super chat here from Sam, $10. Nice. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Do you have a suggestion on a coating for a stainless steel exhaust? I have an aftermarket one on the way and will sadly have to drive the car through Wisconsin winters.
The only metal coatings I know of that are specific for that kind of application would be, I think Optimum has one, but I think it's pro only. I think you have to be like an Optimum certified dealer. And then Dr. Beasley's has something that's kind of like a metal wax. I just haven't had any need to do anything like that, because stainless you can just clean up with a wheel cleaner, and usually everything comes off of it. And then occasionally use P21S polishing soap. Use that for once every 6 months or so to get the gunk off the tips. But that's all I do. I usually don't mess with it. Because your stainless is going to discolor and all of that, and I just don't know that a coating's really going to help with that. But check out Dr. Beasley's and check out Optimum. Dig into that a little bit, and they both have a product that you could use on it and test it out. All
right, let's see. Do you have any interest in trying the new rag company Clay Towel? Can't remember if we talked about that.
No, I don't like clay towels. They're too floppy, and I don't know. I just prefer the sponge. I know a lot of people like the clay towel idea because it's more contourable. But I mean, I've used several of them, and I don't know. I just haven't found a need to improve upon the the sponge and the pad that comes with that you can get from the originator of that whole idea, which is Nanoskin. So I haven't had any need to do anything differently, but I know a lot of people like that. I just don't prefer it. It's a preference thing.
All right, let's see. Jason asks, which pressure washer is that on the slightly used cover photo? I forget which Sunjoe that is. Do you remember?
That was the Stupid Joe. The SPX 1500 was the worst one because it has crappy output. You can't adjust anything on the inlet or outlet, or you can't put quick disconnects on any side, either the gun side or the hose side, of the pressure washer outlet. And then it has a crappy fitting for the garden hose. The thing is junk, so that's why it got sledge axed.
All right, let's see. Now we'll get to some of these Canadian comments when you're talking about Canada.
Oh yeah, I like that. I love Canadian talk. I think I probably am better suited to be a Canadian than an American.
I think so. Your skin would appreciate that.
Yes, it would. Yeah.
Let's see. I won't say this in my Canadian accent. Let's see. Vigor Auto Detailing says, Matt, if you get a ranch, you have to get full cowboy outfit just like you did with the Corvette videos. I think that makes a lot of sense.
What I dig, which I would love to the cowboy, the hat tilt. I think that is so sweet. Yeah, like just the nod and the brush of the oh man. I think that's so cool. I wish I was cool enough to pull something like that. You just do the you know what I'm saying? That's legit.
Like Sam Elliott.
You got to get some semi-tight jeans. I don't know how, and the Cowboys are always wearing jeans. They're so uncomfortable. It's big, heavy, old-school jeans. Yeah. I don't
Let's
know.
see. All right, then Tanner, our friend Tanner the Canadian. Let's do that in Ontario, not Calgary. Wife and I will move in. You don't want to be in Alberta anyway. There's lots of it. These Canadians hate on each other. It's funny.
I don't want any city. I don't want to go to Canada and go to some city. I don't want to go to Toronto and I don't know.
All right, this is a good comment from Sean, who I believe might be Canadian as well. Never in a million years would I have thought a show on Netflix would convince Matt to start OG Canada. So like the hundreds of emails we got had no effect, but the Heartland. That's funny.
I'm my own guy, Chris. No one can influence me. I do my own thing.
Let's see. All right, then our friend Chris Kim says it's a super chat for $5.
Uh-huh.
He says, "Bro, use this to give someone a $5 discount on a Matty Edition Milwaukee tool. That way they don't have to talk you down." So there's $5 towards that.
You need to get these things out of here. We need to move on to the next thing, man. You want to talk about a freaking project, people? You have no idea. I mean, what you saw on camera is like 1/80th of what I've put into this. I'm pumped about it though, and I'm just getting started. I've got a lot more work to do, but it's freaking cool.
All right, let's see. Suggestions for lighting in his upcoming garage build? Yes, we have that.
Yeah. You would. I mean, it's pretty simple. We do the OG overhead lighting, and which is just it's a T8 type, but a ballastless LED fixture, 5,000K, and depending on the height of your ceiling, if you're 10 feet or less, I would do 4 bulb fixtures. And if you're 10 feet or higher, I do 6 bulb fixtures and just do a bunch of them.
All right, let's see. We got a super chat from Nick. Do you have any plans to test the M18 fuel blower? Noticed it wasn't in the Tchotchke episode. What about the outdoor tools?
No, I don't think I'm going to do the outdoor tools. It's weird. Like I drew the line somewhere because I like circular saws and stuff like that. And so, I don't see why outdoor tools wouldn't make sense, but I don't use outdoor tools, so I pay someone to do that. I don't want anything to do with it. I don't want to know about it. But the M18 blower, I understand why people would want it, is so that way you can, you could use the ecosystem, but I'm certain that blower is not nearly as good as the Ego. So, yeah, maybe I should get one just to confirm that.
All right, let's see here. All sorts of good Canadian talk.
Mm-hmm.
Here we'll go back to this one last time for Mark.
Okay.
Anyone know the OG pillow type? Trying to find which episode had the actual name.
Yeah, it's the Columbia. Was it Cool Breeze or something like that? We should remember the name of this by now. And apparently they have a king size that I still haven't ordered. I keep saying after every podcast I'm going to go and order it, and I just haven't. You should order for me right now live.
I'll get you 2, 1 for me.
Oh, it's such a good pillow. It's so good.
All right, there you go.
There it is. Columbia, what's it called?
High Performance Extreme Cooling Memory Foam Pillow. That one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dual-sided pillow.
Uh-oh, I don't see the king. Is there a king
That's
there?
a standard
What's that
Queen.
down there?
Queen, $69.99.
Yeah.
What size is that?
I'll have to go back to
I'm
the
not
link
seeing
that
the
people sent me. That apparently they make it in king size. Maybe it's gone. We sold out. Oh, my God. Amazon sold out of it. That'd be pretty funny if we called up Columbia and started carrying pillows in the store. That's when you know I've jumped the shark. Got to pay for OG Canada Ranch somehow.
Our friend David up in Alabama says, Maddie's going to have to grow some facial hair to pull off the hat tilt.
Ooh, yeah.
It gives me an excuse to grow out
I just want to. I
Nice
want to.
mustache.
One time in my life, I want to do that look, that move, and the just the nod and the. Gosh, it'd be so cool. That's what I thought about it. So Michelle's going to get me a Heartland autographed cowboy hat. I'm going to start wearing it like in all the videos, just not say anything about it. Just start wearing it.
Yeah.
Like no mention of it. Just like the Corvette video. No discussion.
All right, Alex says, hey, gents, in the UK, we can't easily get Nanoskin Glide. Could you recommend something comparable?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much any clay lube is going to work. Geon's clay lube is actually really good. Doesn't leave a lot of gunk behind. So I'd probably get a hold of some Geon. It's really expensive, but you really could use anything. Another thing, if you can get O&R, Optimum No Rinse. The reason I don't like to use O&R is because O&R certainly leaves some polymers behind. And I don't want that. I want to get all the crap off the paint. I mean, the polish will probably pull that off too. But O&R is another one. But you could use basically whatever detail spray you get your hands on should work. Sonex has another good product too. I forget what theirs is called. It's called it's called Brilliant Shine or something like that. But their detail spray also works well as a clay lube.
All right, let's see. If you do OG candidate in Ontario,
Not if, when.
when? No, he says in Ontario. So
Oh no. Yeah,
this is Tanner again.
No, I don't want to.
He says he'll personally buy you your first Canadian tuxedo. I didn't know what that meant, so I looked it up here.
What is it?
It looks like a denim. Or
Oh yeah.
oh,
It's like the Jay Leno.
oh yeah, that's bad.
Yeah.
Canadian tuxedo. There's Justin Timberlake wearing one.
Oh.
Oh, there you go. Maybe that's what you want to look like.
Oh yeah. Jean jacket, hat. That guy makes the head tilt.
He definitely does the head tilt.
Oh yeah. The hat, or what do you call it? Like the hat salute.
Chime in if you know the proper terminology for that in the chat here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jonathan asked you a question. What happened to the Little Debbie bracket? We can't let that slide. It's coming.
Oh yeah.
Jonathan.
I forgot about that.
Let's see. Is the garage lighting LED dimmable?
No, it's not. It is not. It will not work.
All right. Let's see.
But we just got some thanks to Tommy for taking the initiative. But we've got some under cabinet. I ordered a bunch of scan grip lights that really aren't going to work well for that. That I'm interested in possibly doing for with our Nussbaum lift solution of imagine having tubes that line the inside of the scissor lift to shine up on the car that are sort of permanent, that you could push a button on the lift on and off. So I'm going to work on that. But I also thought about them as under cabinet lighting, but they only have a 75-degree dispersion pattern, so it has a very distinct kind of line, and it has a rainbow effect. And so Tommy got us some lights from our supplier, Prime Lights, and so we're gonna test those out for under cabinet lighting. So we're gonna work on a solution for that. The other thing that Bryce came up with was a genius idea is do in cabinet lighting as well for our uppers. You can display, because again the longer term, the vision here is to have press-all bottles with a proper some bottle with a proper label. So I'm really bothered by having all these random bottles of spray crap all over the place. I want it to be uniform and structured with a label telling me what it is, where that's coming. It's going to be big.
All right, let's see. We got a super chat here from Brian. Happy Friday. How do I resolve a slight wiper chatter that started after 2 coats of Wolf's and Bead Maker?
Yeah, that's weird. What you could try doing is putting Wolf's on the wipers, on the blades, the actual rubber. So I would, try cleaning it with some IPA, which will, kind of leach the rubber a little bit. But that's weird. I mean, I never get chatter, so it probably has something to do with the blades. But try putting Wolf's on the blades directly. That might help.
All right, let's see here. Any plans? We mentioned this Stratos. Any plans for distribution partners in Australia or elsewhere? Yeah. So, one of the biggest things is, that now that we have some, like the proprietary product, this is kind of how I've gotten started on the next step of things. But, Mosmatic, we have our own OG spec gun. So there's some douche in the UK who, it's called Mosmatic, UK or something like that, which is, they're not really Mosmatic UK. And so they have the OG spec, the obsessed, what do they call it? The obsessed detailing garage. So they don't actually use my name, where they used it in the beginning, and they're using it to try to to sell some knockoff version of the of the OG spec stuff. So instead, we need to get it there distributed, and then once I figure out a few products, then why can't I do it for all of them? And so we talked about this before. The whole point of this is to avoid double import duties. So if something's coming from Taiwan, or something's coming from Switzerland, or something's coming from Germany, why would I bring it to the U.S. and then ship it back to the UK? Why not just bring it right to the UK? So don't buy, if you're in the UK and you're buying something from the Obsessed Garage collection, it's not me. So on eBay, on the site, tell your friends, don't buy it. It's some knockoff crap.
It's not the right thing. It's not the right deal. It's just someone totally copying what we're doing. So don't do it. Don't support that nonsense.
All right, let's see. For your hat tip thing, Jeffrey Silva questions, tip of the brim. That sounds right. Tip of the brim. That sounds about right. Epiphany Detailing wants to know, did you end up removing the windshield coating on the GT3 RS, or is it playing well with Bead Maker now?
No, it doesn't work with Bead Maker. I've got to strip it off and start over. Yeah, G1 doesn't work.
All right. Anthony wants to know, what year is your M3?
2013.
Our Oregonian buddy Jeff says, Bryce is a genius. Fact. Give that guy a raise. There you go. Let's see. Let me go back to this. We had a couple people on Facebook, Lucas, and then someone replied to that. News on the 718 GT4. What's the word?
On the water, so I'm just going to show up in Wilmington, North Carolina any day now. I think they're in the middle of a hurricane now, right? Aren't they?
Yeah, it passed by.
Yeah. So, but they got hit with a Category 1 there, which I'm sure is fine. Maybe a little beach erosion, a couple of shingles blown off. But in general, I think that we should be good to go up there. I don't think they had too severe flooding, so we should be able to go up as soon as the car gets there. I'm going to fly up there, do some washing series of it, and then put it on a truck and ship it down here, and then do a full-on correction, and maybe drive it around the block a couple of times, and then put it in the bubble and dream of driving it. So that's the goal.
This is a good question. How many miles on average do you drive in a week?
Well, these days, 10.
So basically a mile to work and back.
Let's say 3 miles a day, times 5 days, and then another maybe 3 or 4 miles on the weekend. I can't frickin' go anywhere, so I'm working on it.
All right. Any updates on the new warehouse?
I don't know. I haven't heard from him. I picked the doors, which they're just some generic crap. So I don't know. I guess they said they picked up the permit, so I don't know what that means. But I've been a little too busy to really worry about it. Just kind of let the contractor, figure it out. Maybe you can ask him. But we should. I thought the permits would take another 6 weeks to get. Apparently, we have the permits. He has the permits, and so now I think we're good to go. So we might be in there in October.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, September, October. He said it was a 6-week build out. So once they get started, it shouldn't take more than a month and a half or so. So yeah.
Let's see. Yep, Mark is chiming in from Wilmington. All good there. Everything's back to normal now. That's good. Another Mark wants to know, wondering whether the GT500 with the painted stripes was a special order, or do dealers stock with the painted stripes?
Well, I don't think they have done any dealer stock on those cars. They were all spoken for, and usually at market adjustment premiums. And so the painted stripe is a $10,000 option. My guess is the vast majority of the initial ones will all have painted stripes. So I would guess that most of those cars, for the first 2 or 3 rounds of allocations, I don't know how many allocations they're going to end up doing, would all have painted stripes. But it's $10,000. So I would probably get painted stripes too.
Let's see. T.S. Mark says, anyone else listening to this in their E92? Thanks for all the great content, Matt. Plan on doing your exhaust and intake setup. Question for you. Have you ever had a dual resonated X-pipe versus a quad? Yeah, I had the Matt Schnell. It's too raspy. So if you go catless, so if it was like the short version, if it came after the secondary cats, then, or I guess if it removed only the secondary cats, it left the primary cats, I think you'd be okay with a dual resonated. But if you do that, it gets kind of raspy, which I don't love. And so that's why I think you either try to find an old Dynan quad, or you get the is it Borla or Magnaflow? One of those two has a quad version of it. And then who was it? I just saw had another quad. Forget what company it was, but I just think the car sounds better that way. So mine's a little deeper. All right, let's see. Deagle456 is all excited about Miata parts and such that are going on, I guess. Is there a Miata video coming soon?
Yep. Yeah, we shot one yesterday doing the short shifter install on Bryce's car, and then he has all the Varus Engineering. Is it Varus or Varus Engineering aero kit stuff? And so we'll be doing that. Maybe we'll do it this weekend. I don't know. I got to ask him what he's doing. But I'm going mountain biking this weekend. I got my mountain bikes dialed in. So Chad and I are going out. We're trying to talk Bryce into going with us, but he'll probably chicken out. I need him to. Let's tell him to take it easy on him. He's afraid of a couple old fat dads working him over. He's a young, spry, lean gentleman, and us fat dads are ex-athletes. So we can drop the hammer on the youngies if they're not careful. So.
Let's see, Martin checking in from Baja, Mexico. Love what you do. Just wanted to say hi. Keep it up. So
cool.
That's cool. Brian is in Wilmington. It was not very bad. Mild damage. Will you be doing any sort of meetup when you come get your car?
Yeah, I think so. We're gonna once I get a date down, I'll start talking about it, and we'll get a bunch of people together and go grab dinner or hang out at the Porsche. The dealerships said we can come hang out there, and if you can come help me wash the car and get it prepped for shipment. Actually, I should buy a car cover so I can have them cover it when they put it on the truck. That'd be kind of cool.
All right, let's see. We have a super chat here from my WRX channel. Any plans for a garage vacuum solution? I'm looking for a quality garage vacuum, wall mount, central, or portable.
It's on the short list. It's been on the short list for a long time, so it'll get done at some point. Probably when I'm bored with everything and I've run out of it'll probably be the last thing I do, but I do need to do one. I want to do one in the wash bay at some point, and so that'll take care of the custom ones, and then we'll get on it someday.
We have a very long short list. That's how that goes. Evan says, after deconning the GT500, what are the chances you buy one now?
No. I mean, I like it. No, I mean, it's a lot of money for that car, and I would rather have a GT350 with a manual. If it was a manual, I'd consider it, but it's just so much money, and we'll see what happens with the GT4. But no, I don't think so. I really want to get a 458 Speciale. That's what I want to get. And so I doubt I would get a 458 with the GT3 RS and the GT4. So we'll see what happens with my love of the GT4. If I love the GT4, then it'll be a while before I'd get the 458. But I could see myself, doing a giveaway on the M3 and the GT4, and then get a 458 Speciale, and then maybe get a Tesla or something like that to drive around every day. I don't know.
Here's a question from Jeff. This might have been brought up on your mileage discussion here. Matt, do you always purchase, or would you lease any particular vehicle?
Yeah, I've leased in the past. I mean, my leasing days are probably over. Leasing can make a lot of sense. I mean, a lot of people are going to chime in. You're renting the car. It's not renting. It's just a different form of financing. You're just, essentially financing depreciation. And a lot of times it can be extremely advantageous. You get, like my B8 S4, man, I forget what the lease cost was, but, that car they had an extremely high residual, and then the money factor was, darn near, an equivalent zero interest rate. And so I was able to lease a 2014. What was that? Was it 2014? No, I think it was a 2011. 2011 B8 S4 when they were making the transition to B8.5, and dirt cheap. So sometimes leasing can make sense, but you have to really. There's also the consideration of you want to put the miles on it that you've paid for. But you don't want to put too many miles on it. So leasing to me is just too much of an annoyance. But at a certain point in my life, it was advantageous. Now, as a business owner, the beauty of leasing a car, like I wanted to do some leased, hybrid leased financing of the GT3 RS when I did the .1. But the terms are just so crappy. It was so much more costly. But the advantage of a lease is that so for instance, when you buy a car through your business, through an LLC or some sort of S corp pass-through organization, you buy the car. You're limited in your depreciable amount, right? So you can only depreciate a car using the whatever the table they have. I think the most for a 2-car passenger vehicle is like $11,000 or $12,000 in depreciation. So you buy a $200,000 car, you can only depreciate $12,000 of it. And so if you're leasing the car, you can basically expense the entire cost. Now you don't have an asset, but you're also essentially owning a car that's a direct expense against income. And so what we do, the reason why I don't lease, and because the leasing terms net of the tax savings was much more expensive than purchasing, because I classified these cars as a prop. I'm able to depreciate them using Section 179 depreciation. Section 179 gives us like what 80% depreciation in the first year, something like that. So. But then, of course, you have to recapture that depreciation when you get rid of the car. But for me, it just makes more sense.
All right, Gully's Garage. Must be another Canadian here.
Yep.
Annual OG family Christmas trip should be to Banff, Alberta this year.
Yep.
I bet Chris would love it.
Yep.
That's the wrong time to
not
go.
Christmas. Yeah. We want to go in July 15th for the 6 days of summer that Rick said they have. But see, Golly lives, I didn't realize this, but I was watching Heartland. They were talking about Saskatoon berry pie. I'm like, what is it? They just make some crap up? Well, I'm looking on Instagram, and sure enough, old Sean lives in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. It's a real place. Us Americans have no idea what's going on up there.
Let's see.
Look at that. See it right there, Saskatoon. Apparently, it's a major hub. I had no idea. Apparently, they have their own berries. I want to try some.
It's not too far from Calgary. You could just go on over.
That looks pretty far to me. Isn't that north of Moose Jaw?
Yeah, I don't know where Moose Jaw is, but I want to go there.
No, Moose Jaw's over here. Look, it should be
there
on the
it is.
map.
I see it? Yeah, next to Regina.
But that's in Manitoba, isn't it?
No, that's.
Is it still in Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
Yeah, Moose Jaw. They talk about the Tim, the dad on Heartland's his illegitimate son, and lives in Moose Jaw, so he's always driving out to Moose Jaw.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Gary says, just ordered a couple of your overhead 4-bulb fixtures. Are replacement bulbs available if one goes out in the future?
Yeah, we ship them all the time. You probably won't. We don't have a single one failed here. We got 38 fixtures, so and we run them 12 hours, 10 hours a day. So I doubt you'll need one anytime soon. But yeah, we can get them for you.
All right, Jeffrey wants to know. He's got the OG CLS and XO for paint, CSL.
Yeah.
What can I use for the black exterior rubber, plastic like window trim, cowl, etc.?
Yeah, use CSL on that, and then top it with XO. It looks freaking awesome. Lasts forever. So use the same combination you did on the paint, on the trim, and the rubber.
Richard wants to know, do you have any plans for another live wash and talk like you did that one night?
Yeah, I should. I've kind of gotten on a live streak, and I've been I've kind of taken it a little easier the last couple of months. When the pandemic started, and I was freaking going crazy, just tonning it. We dug in deep. And so, I've been on the Milwaukee project, so a lot more thought has got in. So I've kind of slowed down a little bit the last, several weeks, probably 5 or 6 weeks, something like that. And that I'm sure I'll ramp it up again. But I was doing lots of live streams to keep the content going out. But I also had a lot in my head to talk about. So I'm sure we'll do some more of that stuff.
All right, Javier has a good question here. He said, just a fun question. What did you have for dinner last night?
Oh, dang it. Got me. We did. I've been eating pretty well for dinner, and then last night Michelle drove home. We didn't go to the gym, and I had bonefish.
Ooh, bang shrimp?
Mm-hmm. And I ate your ahi tuna. I didn't
Spicy
like it.
tuna thing?
Yeah, I didn't like it very much. And half a loaf of bread and a bunch of calamari, and not good.
I had 2 snapper fillets fresh out of the
That sounds gross.
Gulf of Mexico. A little flour, salt, and pepper is good to go.
Yeah, I hate fish.
Ugh. I ate well last night. Let's see. More Canadian chatter here. Look what you've done.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Here's a good question for you. No, that's not a good question. I lied. My WRX channel says I should have a pizza delivered to Matt and Chris during the next live stream. That'd be good. The address is on the website.
Here, what's Sean saying about Saskatoon?
All right, so Gully's Garage says 6 hours to Calgary from wherever he is.
Okay, that's not that bad.
Saskatoon berry jam is a real thing. I will send you, Matt.
Yeah, what?
So,
I don't understand what is this like? Is it like a blackberry? Is it like a blue? Is it a different kind of berry? Look this up. I need to know this.
Making for great radio here.
Like what is the base of? Is it just like a raspberry that they put something special in it?
They look much like blueberries, so they're more closely related to the apple family. Most would describe the taste having a sweet, nutty almond flavor. Interesting. They do look like a blueberry.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
That does sound good.
How do we not know about this?
If there's something,
they can't be that good. If they were that good, then they'd be everywhere. It'd be like an avocado. Everybody knows what an avocado is.
If they have those in Alberta, then I'll go. That's the rule. Let's see. Will you be testing the Rupes Uno all-in-one?
Yeah, I have a bottle of it. I used it the other day. It's okay. It's just hard to beat, the remarkable products like Perfect Finish or, Jescar or some of the other, the other stuff that is kind of the standard.
All right, we have confirmation. It's like a blueberry. Tanner, the Canadian, says it's a service berry. I don't even know what that means. A service berry. I don't know what kind of service it's doing.
This is real interesting. We're educating the world on all things Canada.
Sorry, everyone who doesn't like Canadians.
I don't think there is anybody. Only you. I'm going to be adopted. I'm going to change citizenship. I'm going to become a Canadian, and then I visit the U.S.
There you go.
Yeah.
I wonder what taxes are like.
I think you pay a lot more tax there, so it probably wouldn't be a good idea for me. I need to become a resident of Puerto Rico, and have
dual citizenship.
Yeah, spend 1 minute in Puerto Rico and have all your mail sent there, so you don't have to pay any tax, U.S. taxes anyway, and then derive all your income from Canada and the U.S.
All right, let's see here. Christopher on Facebook says, is there any chance we'll see a Milwaukee giveaway in the future?
Oh, yeah, I like that idea. Yep. Yeah, Milwaukee's super down for that kind of stuff, so yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. Let's get the whole deal, the whole line of all the accessories and pack outs and all the things that I think are awesome. And we'll do like a $25,000 Milwaukee giveaway or something, and maybe I can make $100,000 off of something like that. That'd be sweet. Let's
see. Dan wants to know, have you changed your mind here? Do you have any plans to see the GT4 or anything else at the track?
No
track.
Nah, I don't have any track plans. It's not that I won't be on one ever again, but I don't have anything planned for the immediate future.
Let's see. Jack says, hi OG, are there any detailing products you've considered adding or replacing to the already fantastic wash package?
Wash.
Car wash package.
I don't think so. Yeah, not in wash. We need to adjust the polish. We're going to be adjusting the interior with some of the color lock stuff. Your decon's pretty well solidified. Yeah, I don't think so. I like everything in it, and nothing's changed there. This car shampoo's great. I use the what the heck is that stuff called? The white stuff.
OptiClean?
Yeah, OptiClean. I use that often for cleaning up, touch-ups. Obviously, Bead Maker's great. We do need to revamp the microfiber package, so that'll be coming soon here. I need to get on that.
All right, let's see. Speaking of Bead Maker, I wanted to read this question. It's a long one, so give me some time here. From Wayne on Instagram. He says, OG tire dressing is awesome. Thanks for getting that to us. On another note, what am I missing with not being in love with Bead Maker? My M2 is coated with Modesta BCO4, and the front clip has S-Stec Dynashield with BCO4 on it. I understand what you're saying about Bead Maker being a little smeary. I dry the car with my Ego, and it gets just about all the water off the car. Anything that's left, I can wipe with a microfiber, which is just in very small spots. It just seems, with as much rubbing the Bead Maker needs to not be smeared, I'm touching the paint way too much. What are the benefits that make it seem worth it to you in the drying process with as much rubbing as it seems to need?
I mean, it may not play well with BCO4. It also, if you're rubbing on a lot, maybe your towels are loaded with it. I noticed that. Yeah, I mean, the main benefit is it makes a coating look a little less like a coating. You know, it makes it look a little bit more wax-like, and that's what I like about it. And then, you know, it is lubricating the surface while you're drying it, so I found it not to be an issue. But yeah, I mean, it also sometimes just depends on the conditions. You know, sometimes when it's humid out, it doesn't do as well. But it's not a remarkably simple product to put on. But it also isn't as difficult as if you were to use Reload or something, or Reload or like C2V3 or something like that. That's a more permanent sealant. I don't know. I'm willing to work for it for the depth that I get, that kind of look that I get out of it. And the fact that I like that I can use it on the trim, on the glass, on the jams, on all the areas, and use, you know, a single product. Another one that you might like a little more that's quite a bit simpler, which would be CarPro ECH2O, you know, which should play well with that. It just won't add much to the look. It'll just be more of a sort of a lubrication thing and more of a topper than it would be to sort of add to the look of it. But that would be my second choice in drying aid.
All right, let's see. James, our friend James from North Carolina, has a good suggestion here. Anyway, we can add a packages page to the OG website. If someone wants to come and spend tons of money, you can make it very easy.
Yeah, so we were working on that a little bit today, and, you know, sort of adjusting how the pressure washing packages look, and that's going to be our project, you know, over the next several months, is to, now that we have such a robust lineup of things, to start to simplify the process of how you buy stuff. And so, yeah, we you know, you have limited menus, and you want to take advantage of that. But I'm going to start sitting down, you know, once a day, and start, you know, making some suggestions. Right now, Bryce and Mike are deeply dug into taking all the photos and getting all the Milwaukee stuff up. But yeah, that is something I want to improve the buying experience, and I want to have and build like the ultimate package of packages. So yeah, I want to get working on that soon. So yeah, we will be working on navigation and, you know, getting packages up there in a single spot for you. So that way it's more intuitive. I'm going to buy package 1 through 10 to get the whole setup.
All right, let's see. We have some rag company chat here. The original Twanksta says Pluffles #1. Then, of course, right under that, Presidential Automotive Detailing chimes in. Says what he
may
said.
happen to be the same guy. Yeah.
Let's see. Are you going to have Milwaukee packages available in bundles?
Yep.
With multiple tools paired together?
Yeah. So where I think I can add value to the world is that we're going to start with, we've built out it ended up being 52 tools, and then now I have the 52 tools, and we have the batteries. So I chose, you know, the batteries to stock, which batteries we're going to stock, which chargers. So I chose the chargers we're going to carry outside of the ones that come with. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on bits and anvils and blades and all the other things that you would need. And so then we'll work on then creating each individual tool. We'll have a video on it. I'm not going to publish it on YouTube. We're going to just put it on the website. So each tool will have a 2-minute to 5-minute video, sometimes 10 minutes if it's, you know, something that needs that amount of time, showing where and how and why I like it. And then we'll also have the option. So each tool will have 3 options. So you'll have the option to buy OG kitted, which would be the amount of blades and bits and whatever else you need for that tool. Then you have the Milwaukee kit, which is the battery version, with batteries, and then you have the tool only. And so from there, I'm going to start with the ultimate, like the full-on OG spec 52 tool kit. It's going to be awesome. But when you're doing the 52 tool kit, you would get, if you bought all of the kits, you would end up with too many batteries and too many chargers and too many cases and too much junk, too much excess. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down. I'm going to probably cut out little pieces of note cards and get note cards or something like that out. Write down what each kit comes with and all the pricing, and kind of figure out where the anomalies are in their pricing. And then I'm going to come up with a package that will include what high output batteries you'll want, like the CP 3.0s or the XC 8.0s and stuff like that. Figure out where that makes sense, and then from there, then we'll kind of go from top down, and we'll make some other kits as well, like the OG automotive kit, the OG wannabe real man kit, with circular saws and sawzalls and stuff like that. And then the essentials kit. So we'll kind of break it down and see what makes sense so that people have something to work with. And then eventually, Milwaukee will get on board with that and start creating these kits for me, and hopefully create special pricing on these things. And so that's going to be a multi-year process, but I'm going to be working through that. And so the ultimate 52-piece kit is probably going to be $15,000 or $16,000, but I'm sure some people will buy it. And it'll be what combination of tool onlys and kits and bits and anvils and saw blades and all that stuff that you might need. And then from there, then we'll start to build out a pack out setup for those who want a portable set, and with Kaizen foam and tool grid and things to hold it in there and organize it. And then, like I said, I'm getting the entire Sonic tool line to work through that. We'll go into Chicago Pneumatics soon and start to get all the pneumatic tools, and then I'll probably get Wera screwdrivers and start to curate. Maybe Facom has some better tools and this stuff. And so we're going to start to curate from all over the place, and then who knows, maybe DeWalt comes in, and then Makita, and then we end up with this, this massive arsenal, and hopefully we can get Ego and all these different things. And so over the course of the next 5 years, we're going to build out this amazing, structured line of, and then what we'll do is teach people how to buy it. How do you get from start to finish? So package A builds onto package B, which builds onto package C, which builds onto package D, so you can get to the ultimate OG kit by the time you're 90 years old. That's the goal.
All right, let's see. Last Canadian thing here. Sean says Pincher Creek, Alberta. You need to check it out. There's some. He says it's like Heartland in real life. Have some nice scenes here.
Yeah. Now we're talking.
Interesting. That does look nice there.
See?
Yep.
You're going to want to go there.
I'll go. I don't want to stay there.
I'll only charge you 10% off rent. You can go spend a week.
All right, let's see here. Do you have any info on Milwaukee making random orbital buffer cordless versions?
I don't have info, but it is on their docket. But it's probably not going to be any good, so I wouldn't get too excited about it. But yeah, it's on their list of things that will probably be out in the next year.
All right, what are your thoughts or experience on CSL without using EXO?
Yeah, it works. I just don't think it looks as good. You're a little bit more water spot prone. But Kyle swears that you get less dirt sticking to the surface. I like it better with the combo because I think it looks better.
All right, let's see. Chris says he's trying to figure out what to do with all the chrome on his truck. Will your recommended suite of products for paint work, or are there other products I should get for polishing, waxing, and coating?
Yeah, I don't know about chrome. I think you can just polish it, but I think you need to be careful with heat. Because if you heat it up too much, it'll sort of bubble off and lose its bond. But I think you can lightly polish chrome. You might want to just do some forum searching, some Google searching on that, and look in some of the old detailing forum posts. But I think you can just polish chrome and then just coat it. CSL EXO right over it. But I'm not an authority on that. I haven't had anything chrome in a long time, if ever. I've been an anti-chrome for pretty much all my life.
All right, John wants to know, what's your AR-15 of choice?
I don't know.
Do you have a choice?
I have a Daniel Defense, but I don't know jack about it. In fact, if I had to use it right now, it'd take me 15 minutes to figure out how it works. So I have a Daniel Defense M4A1, I think, and then I have a Trijicon Tritium ACOG, sight on it, and then some kind of flashlight thinger on it, and then I've got some sort of sling for it, and I got a bunch of freaking bullets, and that's all I know. And I bought a gun safe, which I finished up to go watch Inside the Hex. I vlogged that, and got that thing all bolted to the floor and stuff. But I showed everybody in the world where it is, and now they can come steal it easier. I guess you'd have to now get it open to get the concrete anchors off the ground. But yeah, that's what I got. And I got some sort of Beretta tactical type shotgun, and I've got a P223 Sig Sauer. I don't know how to use any of them. I don't really care. All I know is I got enough bullets to kind of figure it out. If the zombie apocalypse comes, I'll kind of figure it out. I've shot them all once.
When was that?
It's like 3
'em?
years ago. Yeah, whenever I got them. Whenever all my buddies at Merrill Lynch talked me into going buy some guns. I just wanted to know that I had some good guns. Chances are I got better guns than you. Even though I don't know how to use them, I'll figure it out.
Let's see. Enough to fend off the OG superfans. That's true. PCAR Art wants to know on Instagram, does your YouTube alone generate a good amount of money? You upload pretty often. I'm sure it helps increase product sales, but in terms of actual revenue from YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, we average, probably around $4,500 a month, $4,000 a month in revenue off of it. I think what's the peak we ever got was $5,800 or $6,000 or something like that in a month. So you figure the channel probably generates about $50,000 a year in Google AdSense. But that's not the goal for me. There's much smarter ways to do it. I should be asking for subscribers. I should be collaborating more with other people, and I should be chasing down the views. But I don't know. I think this slow growth model is a better way to do it because I know for a fact our store does extremely well in comparison to what other YouTubers might do. So I'm a little stubborn. It'd probably be smarter for me to chase both, but I like how it's set up. I like the videos that we make. I like the stuff I talk about. I like the process, and I feel good about it. So we could certainly make some tweaks and probably be more successful, but 50 grand is quite a bit of money. The 50 grand in the grand scheme of selling, 13, 14, 15 million dollars in stuff is nothing though. So it doesn't, last month we did 950,000 in sales, and then and we made $4,500 in YouTube ad revenue. So on that $950,000 in revenue, that $4,500 doesn't change my life, but the YouTube channel probably pays for car payment for the year or something like that, or probably pays for my cars to some extent.
All right, let's see here. Another question from Instagram. Will we see an air-cooled 911 in the near future on the channel? You mentioned a few times I can imagine building one yourself. Yeah, not near future. I think that's a longer-term plan for me. That'd be something I'd probably do, after I build my garage at my house. That question was from Alex in Germany, so thanks, Alex. But yeah, I'd really like to do that someday, and it would be a lot of shipping it off, and so I'd probably strip it myself and then ship it off to have it, undercoated and paint, or not undercoated, primed and painted, and then send it back and try to bolt on as much as I can bolt on and stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. Someday I'd like to do something like that. I think it'd be cool to have. If you had enough space where you could put it on like a rotisserie and just put it over in the corner and work on it a little bit by a little at a time. I just don't do well with like long-term projects. I need to get it done, otherwise I can't sleep. All right, Mike asked a question. What protection? He's asking me this. What protection do you have on the Camry? Well, I don't have the Camry anymore, but when I did, it had a layer of Bead Maker and some eraser on 1/4 of the hood. It was almost half the hood and the door, and the other half was eraser. Yeah, held up just fine. Beading was amazing. Let's see. Brandon has a question here about Bead Maker. Been using it for a while and I like it. What I'm wondering is if I should be concerned about any sort of buildup. I don't think so. I haven't recognize any buildup on it. That's one of the problems with a lot of the heavy, silicon dioxide based stuff is you'll get some funk, some film, some buildup from it. But yeah, I haven't really noticed that, and that hasn't been an issue. It doesn't last long enough, I don't think, to build up. In a couple of weeks, that stuff will be off the car, unless of course you have a very porous, clear coat failed oxidized Camry. Then apparently it lasts a really long time. It holds on to it forever. That's forever. Let's see. Any updates on the Civic from last week? What's the word?
Supposedly we're 2 weeks out. I gotta get with Derek. He's he should be in it pretty hefty now. So we're probably 3-4 weeks behind of my schedule. That I don't really have a schedule, but it should be back soon. So when it gets back, then I'll dig into the suspension. I should have the Motons here shortly, and so we'll have the suspension, and then I'll ship it. So what I want to do is I want to do the suspension first, then get it down. John has the engine. He says he has a basically brand new looking JDM Type R and a B18 C engine and transmission. So he's going to probably start building that soon, and then I'm going to ship it down there with whatever suspension and brake parts I can't figure out. So it's for him to finish. And then it'll come back up here, and it'll have to make a pit stop at the dent company for Michael to fix the fender rolling that I messed up. So he'll have to fix that thing there while it's down there. But yeah, I mean the plan was to do a giveaway in December or October, but it'll probably end up being December.
That's related to another question. Do you have any sneak peeks or hints about packages or apparel or anything for a Civic giveaway?
Not yet. I don't have anything yet, but I think we're gonna come up with some cool stuff. It's gonna be fun.
Let's see. Do you ship to Canada? Yes, we do on most items.
Mm-hmm,
SET Auto Care.
And that's what we've been talking about, is hopefully having direct Canada distribution.
Let's see. How many times a month do you usually wash your car, Matt?
Probably on average, it'll be a little bit more now because I only have 2 cars, but I would say on average twice a month. It used to be back in the day, if I had 1 or 2 cars, it would be like, 4, once a week at least. But now, it's probably, my GT3 probably gets washed twice a month, and my M3 probably twice a month, give or take. Sometimes once, sometimes 3 times, but yeah, that's about what it's been. The Raptor once every 4 months. Now the Raptor's ruined. Michelle, did you see it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh boy, did you know about this?
No.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
She hit a giant concrete column and wrecked the whole driver's side door.
I did not know that. When did that happen?
2 days ago. You'll have to take a look at it. It's freaking ruined. It's sad. I don't even care. I told her now I got to get a new car. Just sell it and let someone else deal with it.
Oh, man.
Yeah, she said, I'll just leave it like that. It's crumpled up. It's freaking driver's side door. I'm surprised the thing even closes. Ugh. Yeah, it's like the whole door. Those doors are real tall, and it's all freaking dented in. At least it only hit 1 door, so we could just have 1 panel painted. But man, not good. Not good.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Jason says, this is good. You wash your M3 twice a month and polish once a week.
This is true. That's the way it's been the last not the last few months.
Quincy wants to know, if YouTube ended tomorrow, how much do you think that would affect OG sales? What other way would you be able to talk about the products?
It would affect it immensely. I don't know. I mean, we'd have to go to more traditional methods of, email marketing and doing things that, other people do, and spend more time on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, and you have to post there, and then I'd probably have to spend more money, so margins would go down because I'd have to spend more money to get less sales. But YouTube is just a great medium for me because of the long format connectivity that I get from it. So yeah, let's hope that never happens. But YouTube, I think, is fantastic. People complain about it and all that. Freaking censor all you want. How about this? Don't talk about stuff that can be censored, and you'll be fine.
All right, our very own Mike here at OG says he will trade you the Edge for the Raptor straight up. And then Mark chimed in on that. Get your wife the new Navigator. I got one, and it is amazing.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I think a Land Cruiser would be the way, the Lexus version of Land Cruiser, even though it's butt ugly.
Ooh,
it'd be kind of cool.
Let's see. James wants to know any update on when Press-All bottles will be back in stock. No update. Still somewhere across the pond. That's
somewhere in Saskatoon.
Yeah, they may be in Saskatoon for all I know. It's quite a process to get those, especially these days. And so,
yeah.
Let's see. Let's see if I got any other questions. Oh, no, I don't want to ask you that one. That'll just get you riled up.
Uh-oh, what is it?
Hi, Matt. What's your opinion on Turtle Wax's new ceramic line as compared to Adams?
Yeah, how about neither? How about don't do either one of them?
And not a single mention of graphene so far.
Oh, yeah, good. It's already over. Maybe I squashed it. Yeah, no, just stay away from that junk. We talked about that last week about, having people developing products that don't give a crap. It's to them, it's a household appliance, Otherwise, you'd know them. If you were into detail, you'd know more about it. You'd know more about who they are and what they're about. It's just an old company that's third or fourth generation in, where they have something that they can make a revenue stream on, but there's no passion. I mean, what passion does Turtle Wax and Mothers and New Finish and all these old brands? Maybe they had passion someday, at some point. Even Adams is a little further along in the passion cycle. Nowhere near. I mean, Adams is still a diehard enthusiast, company, and the people that are there love what they do and they love the product and they, love detailing. But even Adams is further along in the passion cycle than they once were. When Adam was living in his warehouse. There's inevitably some more passion there than when you're living in in your second home, and that'll happen to me too. I'm sure at some point. I'm sure it's happened to Richard Griot. It's happened to anyone, Barry Maguire, anyone with any kind of modicum of success. But Turtle Wax is not the company to buy the best products from. They just don't. If you don't have the passion, how are you going to beat someone that does? You just can't. So there's many, many better products. Stick with that. So I'm trying to save $3 or even $50. It doesn't cost that much to buy products to maintain your car. So there's some luxury stuff that I'm really into, but I mean the chemicals. I mean, what are you going to spend? $700 on your $50,000 car? It's not that big a deal.
It's a lot like restaurants. There's no passion at Golden Corral by those people.
Yeah, even Olive Garden. Yeah. You could even argue. Some people would argue Turtle Wax is like the Olive Garden of of detailing. I don't go to Olive Garden. And Adams is like the Bonefish. Which you don't have everywhere. Whereas you have some obscure companies. Gion is like Ruth's Chris. Still a chain, still big. But still you can have a great experience, and then you have companies like G-Technic, or I guess G-Technic and Geon would be on par, but you have some obscure stuff that could be like a mom and pop, high end or restaurant, if you will. But yeah, I mean, plenty of people love Olive Garden, but I'm not going there. Turtle Wax isn't actually Olive Garden. Turtle Wax is like Taco Bell.
Yeah. And when you go to a restaurant,
Turtle Wax isn't McDonald's. McDonald's is way above what they're capable of.
Easy there. Taco Bell is way above McDonald's.
No.
Yes.
No way. No way.
Love me some Taco Bell.
No. I mean, forget your preference for food. I'm talking about a business organization.
Okay. Yes.
Quality. The quality of the real estate and the the actual process. Taco Bell is way roachier than McDonald's is.
Yeah, I would agree with you there.
Yeah, thank you.
$59.79.99. I missed that menu. Taco Bell. What? That was the menu back in the day. $59.79.99.
I can't tell you the last time I've had Taco Bell.
Oh, I can.
Last week? This weekend?
Maybe no, it wasn't this weekend. Probably 2 weeks ago.
I haven't had Taco Bell in 10 years.
Oh man, so good.
I used to like Taco Bell a lot, but yeah, it's been probably in Winter Garden, maybe 2004. I think is the last time I had Taco Bell, something like that, around that time.
I know what we're doing after the podcast.
Ugh, you get a Mexican pizza.
I don't even know if they have those anymore. Let's see. Christian says, does OG ship to Puerto Rico? Yes, we do. Pretty much every day. So, yeah, we can do that. Most of the time that goes USPS priority mail. That's the best way to get it there. Let's see, Matt, if your budget was $60K, which sports coupe would you buy?
You could probably get a 991.1 GT Seat Carrera S for that much money. I just don't like any of the modern stuff. I'd probably consider a Supra, or a well-equipped, like they said earlier, like as well-equipped of a 340i as I could get. Yeah, that's probably what I would do. Or, a GT350.
All right, let's see.
Probably, yeah, I think that's it. A GT350 would be what I would get.
Lots of people, and I was thinking this, I should have chimed in, Jason, Yoshi, and John. Olive Garden, the breadsticks are quite delicious. I do like that. I'm not a big Olive Garden fan, but to get the breadsticks, whew, those are good.
Yeah.
Let's see. More Taco Bell chat. Caramel apple empanadas from Taco Bell. Wow.
Taco Bell.
Man.
Maybe I should go there. I don't know.
Cheesy gordita crunch is the jam. So much Taco Bell talk.
Yeah, no, I don't, that stuff doesn't do it for me. I had McDonald's like last year for the first time in a long time. The quarter pounder with cheese. I'm like, this is gonna be great, and I freaking threw it out. I ate like 3 bites of it. I become such a snob. I want like a Snake River Farms, $80 USDA prime, ribeye.
It's a little different.
I've become such a snob.
Quarter pounder. Spicy potato tacos, says our Mike. I think that's one of the things that's going away.
The rails.
Taco Bell's a laxative. That's true. One brief story here. I'll let you catch your breath. From my sister.
Okay.
So she went to Taco Bell one night, goes through the drive-thru, orders whatever, and they tell her the total, and then she gets up to the window. I think she was still at the window, and they said, "We can't make whatever it was. The meat hose is malfunctioning."
Oh no.
It's like, I don't want any meat that comes out of a hose. So I don't think she's been back.
The only fast food I really ever eat is Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Which,
quick service.
Yeah. Oh, it's not that. That's not. You don't say
quick
fast
service
food.
restaurant.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A. You always think Chick-fil-A is good for you. It's a healthy alternative.
No,
but not necessarily.
It is tasty though.
Yeah, that's the only thing I ever eat. Sometimes my kids like eating. What's that?
You got Five Guys, right?
Yeah, but that I don't even think
that's a
really.
step up.
Yeah. What's the darn Panda Express?
Oh, yeah, Panda Express. I like Panda.
I don't really, but my kids freaking love that place. Yeah. I wish we had some fancy restaurants around here so we can get to eat some delicious food.
Jonathan, I know the answer to this, but I'll ask you this one anyway. From Jonathan, Matt, do you have a beer of choice?
No, I've never had it.
I don't like beer. Beer's gross.
Any of it.
Let's see, Matt. When are you gonna buy a tractor? You gonna have a tractor at the OG?
If
Canada?
if I have a tractor and a hat, and I could just I'm gonna overplay the tip of the brim, the tilt to the thing, just the tilt nod.
Get a tractor.
Gosh, I'm gonna cut out a scene for you and send it to you. It's gonna be my new meme. I'm just send it to you all the time. Every time you do something good, I'm gonna send you that.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Chris Potter from Heartland doing I'm telling you, he's the OG of the tilt of the hat. It's just good.
All right.
Good, real good.
Let's see. Any lawn care updates? That's the deal there.
The lawn's coming along. It's looking pretty sharp.
Is there gonna be an update video?
Yeah, I'm sure. This is a slow roll, to get the pH up to, or to whatever, down to, or whatever it's supposed to be. So, yeah.
All right, let's see. Jared chimed in here in the chat. Jared Toops. Matt, any clue what we're doing as far as accommodations for next year's OG trip? Seems like the Fontana Dam Hotel is in limbo.
I'm sure someone will buy it between now and then.
Don't get any ideas.
Yeah, I mean, we can very easily go down to Hiawassee, where we do the events for the Smokies events. We could keep it smaller and limit it and go do the Snowbird, which I would prefer to do. We have OG washing station there. This Krenzel pressure washer and Mosmatic gun and wand is at the Snowbird. It's set up with a concrete pad that we helped fund. So I funded it by sending all the stuff, and I haven't been up there since. But maybe we could do that. A little less roachy, a lot less roachy than the old Fontana. And I tell you that the ones a couple of years ago, first OG annual event, they had like 17 exterminator trucks. We thought there was an exterminator convention. Well, there was a convention, all right, but they weren't there for pleasure. They were there for business, and the business was the roach and rat infestation they had going on there. So the 17 trucks were there working overtime.
Let's see. Obsessed Mobile Detailing. Any update on the individual stainless swivel for Cox reel? Yeah, they did not come on the first shipment of Cox reels. We're hoping to get them on the next one.
Man, you might want to sit tight because we're probably going to transition to Mosmatic swivels for those reels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Jonathan says the hat tip here in Texas is sometimes known as the ma'am nod, since that's typically what you say when you do it.
Yeah. Texas has got to be hard.
You can go there and practice before you go to Canada.
You won't look so weird. God, that's tough. It's real tough, man. Telling you guys. It's my new thing. It's going to be my outro.
You get your King Ranch truck with like the horns coming out of the front of it.
Yeah, that leather is hard to deal with in that King's Ranch. Yeah, you got it, man. My outro should just be, I'm going to just do a proverbial look into the camera and just, it's good. I got to practice. In the mirror.
Let's see. Speaking of Cox reels, any update on the wall mount? Yes, they're still under construction. Our guy Andrew, who makes those, is getting married this weekend, so congratulations to him.
That's no excuse.
But they may not be here for a couple more days.
Yeah.
Let's see. Not sure if we've discussed this one already, but SEMA was officially canceled. Did you see that?
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't going to go anyway because they're so in limbo, so up in the air. Even if they did have it, it was going to be probably pretty lean. Because people have to plan like 8 months in advance, a year in advance to make that happen, and it's a huge expense. So I'm sure a lot of companies would pull out, and they were all nervous that they didn't pull out, then they'd lose their spot. And so, man, it's not good for SEMA. I mean, who knows if they can even recover? I don't know how much money SEMA has set aside, but man, I'm sure they've lost millions, and just stuff they've had to pay, years in advance for. I wouldn't be surprised if SEMA never comes back again. Who knows? Or it would never recovers, which would be a shame.
All right, transition here to this question from Anthony, or you. I always get confused. You, is that your last name or first name? Hey, Matt. Any plans or want to chat about your buying process, what it was like for your current home? I read through your previous home stories, but never really found anything with the current home.
Yeah, current house. I had driven in this community, the community we live in, Woodgate, and it was like one of the places like, man, this is where I would want to live, and would want to buy a lot. And so I explored, buying a lot in there several times. And so we'd been in our brown house for the house with the first garage where we started making the first videos. For probably 3 or 4 years, something like that. And my friend who owned the CrossFit gym, Brian, his aunt owned this house. And the house I thought was so cool because it had the porte-cochere, the breezeway where you drive under. What I didn't know is this house didn't have a garage. That their idea that was a garage. The pole barn was a garage to them. And so when they listed it for sale, we just kind of for fun, I'm like, man, I want to go look at this. And we went and looked at it, and I knew that it wasn't the style because it was very Carolina mountain house type with wood everywhere. We knew we would have to make some changes to it, but it's on 6 acres and it's in this community, and I think they had invested to build it was like $1.7 million, and they listed the house for $820, and that's what the $850 or $900. I think we bought it for $820. And this was in 2016, and so we started the process in, I think it was it was about 6 months, the whole process. And so we listed our house, and we were under contract on the house we're in now, for contingent upon the sale of our current, and it wasn't looking good. And then finally, someone came in and bought our house, and then we were able to kind of go through the deal. And at the same time, a few months later, I'd left and gone from Merrill Lynch to Raymond James, and so then I had a bit of a windfall, and so it was easier for me to make the changes to the house and all of that and get it set up the way we want. So so that's the story. And so we moved in March 2016. So we've been there for 4 years now, and it's great. I would still like to build a house someday. I'd like to build something from scratch. I think I'd be good at that. I think it'd be fun. But I would only want to do that with basically an unlimited budget, where you could just get what you want and not have to worry about it. So I could see us living there for, possibly forever, possibly not. I don't know. I've thought a lot about, buying the 2 lots next door to me. That way I could, live in my house and then build a freaking monster custom home from scratch. I don't know that I would want much bigger of a house. I would just want, a giant garage. And that's the risk, is that when I do build the garage here, I could, very well see us getting into our facility up there. We'll see how that goes, and the building that I own up the street, and we get a distribution set up. We have this awesome place here. Since this place is going to be so awesome, I mean, I'm not going to need a garage as much because I'll keep most of my cars here. So we'll see how it goes. But, I'm going to ruin the property at my house if I build a giant monster garage that I'm planning. But what I'd like to do is, which may make even more sense, to just freaking gut my house and start over. Gut it and then start over fresh, and which would be stupid. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't care. I'm content. But that's the story of the house.
All right. Rephrased has a good question here that I think you'll enjoy. Matt, which grill do you use at home?
Ugh.
Oh, sorry.
I have a crappy one. What did I have? Look up. I think it's called Barbecue Guys is the grill I have. And so I did one of these. I knew that I would temporarily. So we had a Is that a brand? Barbecue Guys?
Doesn't look like a brand. It looks more like
I don't remember
a little bit of everything
brand. Yeah, it's that one on the left there. What is that thing? That picture? Yeah, it's that one.
Built-in gas grill, like that. A Blaze.
Blaze, yeah. Blaze is bullcrap. Blaze is like the Olive Garden of freaking grills. They get great reviews. It's the Sunjo of grills that I bought. And the main reason is it was like $1,800 or $2,000 or something like that. That's the grill I have right there. Blaze, freaking Sunjo, Blaze, BLZ,
4NG,
32-inch. I think mine's a little bigger than that. Yeah, I think I have a bigger version of that one. But anyway, I have this built-in spot, and the grill I had in there was a Viking, and it just it needed to be replaced. And so I was looking at DCS and Thermador, and doing like a legit Evo or something like that. And I want to tear out that whole area, and so I've got this Blaze hunk of crap that it's just not good. Again, it's a great reviewed Sunjo pressure washer of grills, and so everybody loves it. All the people rave about it, but it frickin' sucks. Super uneven heat, and yeah, it has some stainless and all that crap, but it's just not. It's not good. So don't buy one of those. And so I want to tear out that whole thing. It's very dreary and dark in there, and so we need to improve the lighting, change the fans, get a table out there, gut that whole outdoor kitchen, and make it new and fresh. Someday we'll do that.
All right, here's Jonathan's advice for you on the house thing. Why not buy the lot next door to yours? Build the house you want, including a garage. Then when that's finished, you can sell the property you currently have and move next door.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't have enough money to do that, though, but someday, hopefully I will.
Let's see. Mello has a good thought here. You mean to tell me Matt doesn't have a big green egg?
I don't. I don't know.
I thought you'd get one of those things that Sam the cooking guy has. One of those.
That's what I wanted. Evo, the Evo cooktop thing. That thing's freaking awesome. That's what I want. And then I need to do some more research and get like a legit grill that's, you can actually clean and maintain and take good care of. Because the one I have is just not even worth it. Basically just running it until it stops working and just punt it in the trash. It's stupid. Yeah, the fridge out there is just too hot. I need to get the fridge out of there. So first what we need to do is redo our laundry room and put another freezer, like a large freezer fridge in there. Because you can't, the fridge outside on that deck is just so inefficient, destroys the fridge. Because it's 100 degrees in that little corner. Open it up. When I grill, if I grill like 10 hamburgers, it smokes out the whole property. So I need to get proper ventilation and all that out there. But that's why I'd like to just start over, start fresh. I'd probably want like a 5,000 square foot house with a 5,000 square foot garage, and so I don't want some freaking 15,000 square foot monster. We don't need that many rooms. We like to have an extra room, like a extra bedroom that we don't have for guests and crap that never come. I would want a dedicated home theater right smack in the middle of everything. So I would basically build a house that no one would ever want, but they just wouldn't know they'd want until they saw it, and then they'd think it'd be awesome.
All right, let's see here. Lots of grill talk here.
Oh boy, what are they saying?
Let's see. Mike says he has a Traeger Pro Series 22 he likes. Let's see. Pit Boss Pro. You ever heard of that? I don't know what that is.
Those sound like all like Sunjos of grills.
Call Sam the cooking guy. Do a YouTube collaboration. There you go.
Yep.
Love my Traeger and my Blackstone griddle.
Yeah, I don't think Traeger is all that great. Look it up. These are like wannabe. These are like what Weber used to be. I don't think Traeger's. I'm talking like freaking Thermador.
You can get yourself a Pink Pig Traeger grill. Maybe that's the
how
one
much
Mike
is
has.
that? How much is that?
$15.99.99.
Yeah, see, these are like white trash fancy grills, But I think Traegers are wood. They can be wood fired.
This one, that's not a Traeger, but it's a wood fired outdoor pizza oven.
Yeah, that's some goofy Chinese website, selling on Shopify. Michelle almost bought a bike for Kate on one of these goofy, Google shopping Chinese sites. Yeah, see, Traeger is not
wood pellet grill.
Yeah, I mean, these are white trash fancy grills. Sorry to you guys who.
Welcome to the Traeger hood.
I want like the Sub-Zero of grills. I want like the that's where I think Evo and Thermador and stuff like that comes in.
Ooh.
These are like fancy Home Depot grill. Like you go to Home Depot and you get the best Traeger they got, the best Weber they got.
I do like the little smokestack here.
So the Blaze that I got is better than this stuff.
You have to do a study and see.
Yep. Sorry, Traeger people, but no, that's white trash fancy.
All right, let's see. We have a super chat from LeBron James. How about
Nice.
that? 99 cents.
That's cool.
Thanks,
Big fan of LeBron. Thanks.
Yeah. Ryan will appreciate that, I think.
Yeah.
A recommendation. They're asking for a recommendation for grills. Traeger's a smoker.
Yeah.
The people are chastising LeBron for only donating 99 cents. Our buddy Brian out in California says Traeger is a pellet oven, not a grill.
Yeah, but it's still white. So it's a white trash fancy pellet oven.
That's the difference.
Fine.
I don't know what the difference is.
Yeah. What do you want me to explain? Your white trash fancy?
I like my. What do I have? I got the little Weber grill. I'm good to go.
No, you probably have like a char grill.
No, I have a Weber. It's
okay. I thought I was so fancy when I got my first Weber. It's like, oh man, I made it. Got me a Weber. Till you learn that that's like getting a chemical guy's polisher. I finally got my Torque. Got my Torque 8. Thing's awesome, but you didn't realize that the Rupes exists.
Oh, here we go. We have a nomination for a Kalamazoo grill.
Uh-oh. Let me see.
Let's see.
How much are we talking here? This will tell me. So tell me what
grills.
These look. Yeah, this looks up my alley. Now you're talking, people.
Ooh.
Now we're talking.
Hybrid.
Yeah.
rotisserie system. It looks very stainless steel, like the Sonic. Looks like Sonic cabinets.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's not some freaking Blaze. Look, we got to look at prices, though. Tell me how much we're talking.
Let's go back one here.
I'm sure I'm making some real friends here right now.
Oh, that's a cool looking. Whoa. There's a $12,000 grill.
Okay. Yeah.
That's Heston, Hestan.
I'm not saying you have to spend a lot of money, but if you want something good, grills, grills kind of start at $4,000.
All right. The promise behind the Kalamazoo Outdoor Grill Gourmet K1000 Hybrid Fire Grill comes with
$24,000.
$20,695.
Yeah. Now I know what I want. Crap, I'm not getting that, but a $20,000 grill. Yeah, I like the who. I want to super chat him for giving us that suggestion. Who is that?
Let's see. Let's go back.
This guy doesn't have a Traeger.
Chris Lindsay.
All right, Chris.
Kalamazoo.
Thanks, Chris.
Good strong name there.
You're a wise, gentleman.
Jim says if we cook food for Matt on our Traegers, he would be eating his words.
I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying it's white trash fancy.
All right, Chris Lindsay, and then also Jamie B. Flying also mentioned Kalamazoo. Oh, there you go.
LeBron stepping it up.
LeBron went up to $399. He said, "I'm a big fan of Matt Mormon."
Tell him to come on over. I'll help him detail his car.
That's funny. All right.
That's all you got for me?
That's it for now, I think.
What's that? The cheapest?
Cheapest one is $14,995 for the Kalamazoo grill.
Yeah, that sounds like that's pretty good. You'd have to pay someone to clean that thing for you once a month. Do they have grill cleaning professionals?
Not yet.
Yeah. Let's make that.
Yeah, we can get Jeff to do that. That sounds like.
Let's call Let's see if we can get a sponsorship. I'll start selling Kalamazoo grills.
All right. Well, thank you all. There's LeBron once more. Another $399.
Yeah.
Will you detail my Gulfstream, big boy? And then Chris says we need a grill cleaning package in the OG store.
Yeah.
Some quick disconnects for your Traeger.
No Traegers. Yeah. No Traegers, bros.
All right. So we'll be back next week. Perhaps we'll do the Little Debbie challenge then.
Yeah. We got nothing going on for a while, do we? What does that have scheduled? Oh yeah, Joe's coming to do the we're gonna have a series on door security and building security. So we're gonna have I think whatever you call it, swiper thingy, door lock things. So he's gonna come out here not next week, the following week. We're gonna shoot some videos of what we're planning to do. We're also going to upgrade the doors on my house to protect me from all of my super fans. Maybe we'll get me some tactical weapons training while we're at it, so I can shoot all those people that are trying to, come sniff my underwear.
We have some more super chat here. Hold on.
I don't want a freaking green egg.
Yoshi's $10 towards the cause there, and then LeBron.
The next thing you're going to be telling me to start sous vide cooking my freaking steaks. Get out of here. I'm not doing that.
Then LeBron is back with another $1.99. Don't make me call Shaq.
Yeah.
P&S Grill Buster. Lots of good
comments.
Lots of good comments here.
You don't want to give up on this one today?
Jonathan Edwards, don't keep promising the Little Debbie bracket if you aren't going to deliver, Chris. We all need this. All right, I'm gonna. It's gonna happen next week. I gotta go buy the Little Debbies.
You have to go get my credit card.
Yeah.
I think you can go grab a 20 out of the thing. You'll get everything you need.
We will make it happen next week.
Yeah.
Little Debbie.
Should we have like a full OG consensus bracket?
Yeah, I think we should get all the results first from them, and then we can do it.
I get like 10 votes per, and everybody else gets 1?
No.
Yeah. Mine's worth more.
However many we have in a box, that's how many people get to participate.
Yeah, we have to spend $300 on Little Debbie's because we need 12 boxes of each. We have to make Jeff eat a whole box of everyone to put on some pounds. All right, let's just keep hanging in there. LeBron will keep feeding me some monies.
This is going to pay for the Little Debbie's, so thank you, LeBron.
Yeah, appreciate it.
No, I won't read that one. We can't read that one. Little Debbie PDF chart better be on the site. That's good. Good point. We'll need to present that. I'll get with Bryce.
Put that on the homepage.
Yeah.
Little Debbie results. All right, people. That's what I got for you. Remember, go to obsessedgarage.com, buy the Milwaukee stuff. Get it out of here. I need more room for the next stuff. I saw that tool invoice, which I'm gulping. I know we have to buy, $70,000 worth of Sonic tools to get through the next project. So I need to sell all this stuff so that I can not go bankrupt. So anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. If you're on the podcast, we'll see you next week, and maybe I'll sprinkle in some live streams here coming up. Catch you soon.
Thanks for all the questions, everyone.